And welcome to the tour of the galaxy. We are currently very close to the tip of the spiral arm. Let's just show that on show the map. Right. Oh. All right. Okay. So yeah. So we are somewhere around here. We started off at Sol, went to this tip of the spiral arm, we followed the spiral arm all the way around into the centre, followed it out the other side, past Earth again, right to the tip. So I've just been, in the last stream we were in Beagle Point, and then we went on to the furthest star from Earth. And now you pick me up somewhere around here. So I'm actually going to get the actual live data for this section. So let's have a look at the live data. Yeah, so I think I'm probably somewhere around here at the moment. Now I have found a system with an Earth-like world and planets with life on. So I've scanned the Earth-like world, and I'm just about to scan the third of 4 planets with life on. So let's see what we have here.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so we have 2 biological signals there. One is bacterium and the other is tussock. So they both seem to grow in the same places. Right, so let's head down to the planet's surface and get some samples. Right, so I want to go somewhere where there is where the sun's low in the sky, so we get to see the atmosphere a bit better. I've got to try and find a high concentration zone as well. Alright, it doesn't look like there's any... How's that? Alright, so there's a few possible high concentration zones there. Let's get a little bit closer before I drop into glide. Alright, that has gone a bit too far. Alright, there's what's one of those out in daylight. Oh, what is happening here? Right, I have a little bit too far to the dark side. So patch directly in front. That was a high concentration zone. Well, so we've got a nice orange sky here. Right, so we are after what? Tussock and bacteria. Right, this looks a little bit bumpy. It doesn't look very SRV friendly, this place. Let's see if we can land.
Landing gear deployed.
So the only thing we're expecting to get here is the tussock, which is basically grass. I just realised the avatar isn't moving around. Let's see if we can sort that out. Video. Alright. Right. So it's not picking up camera. Just restart that. It should work now. Right. Okay. Let's disembark and go and see if we can find this grass we're after. Let's get out in the SRV. Don't want to walk around everywhere. Right. Okay.
No gravity warning.
Right, that's it better. Yes. Avatar can stretch itself again. Excellent. Right, okay, let's go and drive around, see if we can find some grass before the sun sets. Oh, too late, the sun has already set. Some lights on as well. Alright, so there we are, there is some grass. Alright, not sure I've seen this particular species before. Oh, what's that happening on the horizon over there? Lots of dust storms. And another one over there as well. Okay, let's take a quick screenshot of that. Try and get the plant in as well. Right, okay. Right, well, those clouds disappeared. Don't know what they were. Let's take a screenshot there anyway. so I'll just save that picture. And let's scan it while we're waiting. Alright, Ignis Lime. Just look at Ignis Lime. I've got Ignis Yellow, Green and Yellow. Sorry, Emerald, Green and Yellow, but no Lime. Right, so let's go and find some more grass, and then we'll go over to the third planet, or fourth planet. Having trouble finding more of this grass. Oh, there's some there. Hope it's not the same that I found earlier. Oh, it's actually blue. It's got blue bits on it. Didn't see that before. Well, that should be sample complete. Oh, that's only 2. Alright, so not very good parking, but that. It's probably not close enough. That's complete. We've come quite a long way. Ooh, that's a great silhouette we got there. Yeah, quite like that. Gonna get a salute in there as well. Alright, I'll save that as well. Turn night vision back on. There's a lot of rocks around here.
Drive assist off.
Right, so since we've got here, the sun has set. Can we still see the sun from up on the ship? Yes. Only just gone below the horizon. Right, so we've got to find one more planet, with life on it, and then we
Power plant
continue
capacity exceeded.
to the tip of the spiral arm.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, just do a quick audio check. Right, just do a quick audio check. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to the right place now. Let's have another look. Yeah, so that was the Earthlight world. Yep, yeah, we're going to the right one. Yeah, so all 4 of those had life on. We've just been to that one, now we're heading to that one, and I went to these before I started the stream. I can't remember how many biological signals there were on here. I'm pretty sure there was more than one though.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface
Right, so we've got
scan.
bacteria and just again, so same as the last planet. And go and find somewhere to land. Slow down a little bit.
Orbital flight engaged.
So pretty much the whole planet is a high intensity zone for Tussock, so we can pick pretty much anywhere to land. So that looks good enough. Again, it looks a little bit bumpier than it did from high up. Let's put the landing gear down. We should be able to find the tussock anywhere.
Landing gear deployed.
Just see the edge of the galaxy there in the background. So we've got a slightly green sky on this planet.
No gravity warning.
Again, another orange sky. And the gas giant that we're orbiting there in the background. Alright, so I'm going to take a screenshot so you can get the SLV, the Galaxy Me into the screenshot. Alright then, let's go and scan this one over here. See what we've got. So this is a different type to the one we had on the last planet. This is Alberta Lime. Alright, so I've got Alberta Green, Emerald Green and Yellow, but not Lime. So let's just add that. Right, time to take a screenshot now. Right, yeah, that will do. I'll save that. Right, let's go back to the SLV and go and find some more grass. Yeah, so we only need to go 200 meters between samples for tussock. Turning on night vision makes it stand out a little bit better, so there we go. So that's the second one. Another patch. Yes, so this system, it's got an Earth-like planet. The system has been visited before, but none of the planets mapped. So I'm presuming it was visited before Horizons, when we could actually first map planets. Actually, that's probably after Horizons. I can't remember which update it was where mapping planets was introduced. So yeah, I was the first person to map the water world, but not the first person to discover it. And I'm also the first person to get footfall on all of these planets. Right. Right, so let's take up again.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Not seen any bacteria on this planet, so I'm not going to spend loads of time trying to look for that, because it's not always easy to find.
Landing gear retracting. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, go to the galaxy map. So I've got a few jumps plotted in. Just 3. So let's see where we are on the galaxy map. So yeah, we are heading to somewhere around here. If I show you, compare that to the actual map. Right, so this is the map of actual stars that people have visited previously. So we are aiming for that one there. So I think that's somewhere about here. Oh, sorry, back to the game. Yeah, somewhere about here. So a few jumps to get there. Now I'm expecting that we aren't going to be able to do plot a long route, because the stars will be too far apart. But I've got the next 2 jumps plotted in, so sometime after that we're going to have to start doing individual jumps and possibly trying to avoid fully refueling, so that we can get a little bit extra jump range.
Engage.
Right, so the fuel gauge is bottom right where it says fuel. The blue bit in the fuel gauge that it shows there is how much fuel it's going to cost us to get to the next system.
Disengaged.
So I'm going to try and lower the amount of fuel in the ship so that it is about where the end of the S is in mass underneath it. That way we get about an extra 2 light years jump range.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, let's actually have a look and see what's in this system.
System
Yeah, no,
scan
it's just 2 stars.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping.
Right, so we are going to have to plot another route after this one. See how much closer we can get to the edge before we need to start using frameshift drive injection.
Fuel scoping complete.
Alright, so nothing in this system to actually go and visit. So let's go back to the galaxy map. Right, so I can get the right orientation. So let's see what we can find and how far we can get. Can we get all the way over there? Oh, actually, that's a very high up star. We don't think we want to go there. Try that one instead. Yeah, that's on the plane. Yeah, alright, so as you can see, we're beginning to get strange routes. So there's a downwards one, then around. Right, so again, because that's a straight back up one, which is closest to the galactic plane there. So right, so that is, yeah, so I'm actually going to go to this one because the other one is just doubling back. Yeah, so this is only 18 above the galactic plane. Alright, and let's see. Yeah, so still a long way to go, and that's an extra 6 jumps or so.
Frameshift drive
6 or 5?
charging.
4. Just 4 jumps, okay. Yeah, so the further apart the stars are,
Engage.
the less, the more wiggly the line is between them to jump to them. So yeah, if there are a lot of stars, then you can pretty much find a star close to your route quite easily.
System scan complete.
But yeah, when they're a bit
Scoping.
further apart, it's a lot harder to find a nice route. Yeah, don't really need to
Fuel scope
fully refuel.
disengaged.
So I've got
Frameshift drive
3
charging.
jumps logged in. I could do about 5 jumps before having to refuel, which means I can go 2 jumps not refueling, and that will put me at about the right level of fuel for the next jump.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
Yeah, so no stars in this system. I mean, so no planets in this system,
Fuel
just
scope
stars.
disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Refueling again, I don't really want to do that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Too late.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so it looks like this system's possibly been visited before. And we have a water world. Right, okay, let's scan it. Alright, so yeah, the system has been visited. That's geological signals there, not interested in those. Nothing on that one. I've not seen anything mapped so far, nothing on there. Nothing there. Alright, so we've got 19 planets in total. Let's do all of them. I haven't seen anything yet that has already been mapped. So again, this is probably a system that was scanned during or before mapping was introduced. So that's the water world, that's where we want to go. Is that a planet over there? No. Right, are they behind the star? No? Okay, let's try. There's another star there. To biology, right, so I've got a planet to go and visit and land on. So there's a lot more life out here than I was expecting. Travelling through the abyss between the fleet carriers, I found very little. I found a couple of water worlds, and they had planets with just bacteria on them.
System scan complete.
And that is another planet with life on. Okay. So what is that? That is C7. So C7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C7 and C5 were the two with life on, and I think that's the water world there. Yep. So we'll go there first. Let's just see how far those other planets were. Alright, so that's quite a long way. 260 light seconds and 260,000 light seconds. So that will be at least 10 minutes to get there. Right, the stream's only been going 45 minutes, so I will keep streaming. I'll put the news on for a bit. I will go there. We can listen to some news. I've not listened to some news for a while. But yeah, there will be a 10-minute break of nothing but this.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so yeah, this is going to take a while, so let's put the news on now.
Arisa retakes the Imperial throne. Emperor Arisa Lavigny Deval has attended a public ceremony following her year-long abduction by the Lords of Restoration. Her proclamation from Traskin Square, standing before millions of capital citizens and flanked by legions of Imperial Guard, was broadcast across all channels. To those who protected the Empire during my enforced absence, I offer my deepest gratitude. My trusted Chancellor, senators and security agencies are to be commended. To those who dared to attack Imperial citizens, who dared to impersonate me and mislead my people, who took the lives of my family, know this, there will be no place to hide from my wrath. And to all citizens who may fear these uncertain times, I vow that your Emperor will lead you into the glorious future that is ours by right. Subsequent messages from the Imperial Palace praised ACT and its supporters for their work in freeing Arisa and destroying the NMLA. Princess Aisling Deval was also thanked for her dedication to finding out the truth, although some news feeds have noted that Aisling would hold a strong claim on a vacated throne. Federation divided by Hudson's proposal. President Zachary Hudson's intention to remove the limit on his term in office has caused a deep rift among congressmen and voters alike. Political correspondent Sophia Trevino analyzed the situation in the Federal Times. Ever since the 77th Amendment to the Federal Accord was ratified in 2594, no president has remained in office for longer than 8 years. This is why the Hudson Contravention, as Congress officially refers to it, has turned up the heat on the simmering political division within the Federation. Members of the Cabinet and other leading Republicans have argued passionately that only Zachary Hudson has the experience and fortitude to guide the Federation through this eventful period in history. His supporters point to successes such as curtailing the secession crisis, ending the NMLA threat, and introducing greater security via the Proactive Detection Bureau. However, others insist that repealing this amendment could pave the way from democracy to dictatorship. Two former presidents, Antonia Madison and Jasmina Halsey, have publicly condemned the Hudson Contravention as unconstitutional and dangerous. There are expectations that Shadow President Felicia Winters will move for a vote of no confidence. Political analysts suspect that after several controversial leadership decisions from Hudson last year, he would be unlikely to win over a majority in Congress. ACT exposes the Lords of Restoration. The affiliated county...
Okay, so that was interesting news about Zachary Hudson there. I don't think any of the heads of the power play system have changed since they were introduced. So again, these are the power play heads. So we've got Zachary Hudson, who's basically the head of the Federation. And we've got the Alliance, the Empire, Independent. Right. So so he's also Empire, and she's Federation and Empire. So so it's Felicia Winters as the other person mentioned there in that news article as opposing the change. They are the two heads of the Federation. Now the Federation is probably the biggest of the powers. So surprising there was only two in there when the Empire has 4. Okay. So let's close that and go back to the news.
Terrorism Unit has unveiled a secret cabal of Imperial senators who masterminded the NMLA's terrorist activity. The information was obtained after ACT successfully penetrated the NMLA's dark comms network. Captain Saskia Landau provided this summary to the media. Senators Geralt, Jordan, Nerva, Scordato and Torquatus were at the heart of a powerful conspiracy to permanently remove the position of Emperor. They called themselves the Lords of Restoration, based on their aim to restore executive power to the Senate. The NMLA became their terroristic agents, weaponized to assassinate the DeVals and other obstacles. Its members were militarized at Darkwater training camps and provided with sophisticated equipment by corrupt Imperial intelligence agents. But the Lords could never fully control the terrorist figurehead Theta 7, whose attacks against non-Imperial staff...
Right, so I just had an idea of something to do while we travel over there. I'm going to look at the galaxy map and see if we can find an extension to that route that we've got. So we've only got one star to get there, so let's look a little bit further afield. So we want to head this direction. So they were seeing there still are plenty of stars around here. Alright, so let's see how many of them we can actually get to without having to start using frame shift injection. So it looks like we are getting pretty close to the point where we're going to have to start using frame shift injection. Let's see if we can just add one more to that. No, right, so right, so I can't see any other stars in the direction we want to go. We can get to from that one. How about this one up here? Can we get to that one? Right, yeah, so it looks like we are going to have to start using frameshift injection after the next jump. Oh, no, just a minute, there's one there. What's that? That should be within range. Yeah. All right, and how does that put us in? Yeah, should be okay. Right, okay. Right, so it's just got one extra jump, and we've pretty much got to our destination. Oh no, we haven't. Let's change the destination. All right, so let's go back here and back to the system view. Yeah, so we're down from 200 light years to 62. So yeah, getting much closer now. So I'm just going to go to the map view again. Yeah, so you can see there's a gap, sort of big holes here where there aren't any stars. I think we are getting pretty close to that now. So it may be that after we've got over that hole, we'll be able to plot a route again. Zoom right in. Yes, I'm still not 100% sure the name of that star. If I could get the name from here, that would be quite useful, but no, it doesn't give us that information. Right, then back into the game. Let's put a little bit more news on while we do the last 200 light seconds. Well, not last 20,000 light seconds.
Were not part of their original plan. Marlinism was also exploited as a political lever. The hope was that, compared to this democratic ideology, citizens would view a senator-led empire as a moderate compromise once the imperial family was gone. While this led to the establishment of the Marlinist colonies, the Lord's later attempts to influence those systems via puppet politicians did not succeed. Following the assassinations of Prince Harold and other Devals, the Lords abducted Emperor Arisa Lavigny Deval in January 3307. She was kidnapped en route to a secure location, with Senator Nerva falsifying confirmation of her safe arrival. This allowed the Lords to engineer communications with the Senate via a virtual doppelganger, which were accepted as genuine since they were verified by Imperial intelligence agents. ACT is working closely with Imperial security agencies to identify all those who collaborated with the Lords of Restoration. New Thargoid assaults in 3 systems. The HIP 12314, Dan and Norni systems have come under heavy attack by Thargoid vessels. Vox Galactica featured this report by freelance war correspondent Jade Sanderlin. The Thargoids have been unusually aggressive in recent months, as attested by the drifting wreckages of many independent ships. When Salvation repelled their forces from the Delphi, Maya and Merib systems in December, some believed it was only a matter of time before the aliens retaliated. It appears that time has come. Although the Thargoid species is often viewed as territorial, on this occasion they had pushed further towards human space. Authorities in all 3 systems were unprepared for the incursions and have sent out a general call for assistance. The superpowers are still in the process of forming their anti-Xeno task forces, and thus unable to help. Fortunately, despite Aegis being officially defunct, Some of its support megaships have yet to be decommissioned. These have been staffed with emergency crews and rushed into service in all 3 systems. As pilots race into combat once more, many must be wondering if the risks are now even greater. Have the Thargoids extended their reach into human space? Which systems might they strike at next? And is further escalation a price to be paid every time Salvation's superweapon is deployed? Colonia
Right, okay. So, yeah, more Thargoid news there. Alright, so, just a few light seconds away now before we can map this. So there were 2 biological signals on this planet. That means we can, I'm pretty sure we're going to be landing there. And that took, what, 15 minutes to get here. So, right, how big is it? Oh, it is a full planet, it's not a moon. 6 probes. First discovered by player 0.
Surface scan by 50%.
Is that a real player's name, or that could actually be a tester?
Surface scan.
Right, so we have
complete.
Bacterium and Fonticula. They both seem to be in the same locations. Right, so that looks like a good high intensity zone there. I think I'll just let's go back again.
Orbital flight engaged.
Alright, so we're about to drop out.
Hull
into
integrity
creep.
compromised.
Too fast. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so we'll go go up a little bit. Try that again. Gotta wait for the frameshift drive to cool down.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, daytimers seem to have taken over the whole planet. It's a nice flat spot there, we'll go and land on that. Slightly more red sky in this one, still orange there. Landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, that spot's looking a little bit smaller than I thought it was.
Landing
Let's
gear retracted.
go over here, land on this one. It's a bit bigger.
Landing gear deployed.
Looks like we've got a sunset, even though it looked like daylight everywhere. I can already see plenty of plant life. Right, so Funticula is by far the most prolific life that I've found
No
so far.
gravity warning.
And again, this looks like the most common variety of that as well. It may be a slightly different colour than normal. I'm pretty sure this is the amethyst version, which is very common. Oh, it's teal. Okay. So yeah, teal is it's only the second one, teal one that I found. All right. So what shall we do on this planet for a screenshot? Right, I think we will go with that. And let's get the name of the planet that we're on. Right, back in the SRV, find 2 more of those, which isn't going to be hard. Where did I leave the SRV? There it is. So it's 500 meters between samples. This whole planet's teeming with them, so it shouldn't be hard to do. I'm not sure if that's 500 meters, so we'll go on to the next lot. Now these do look very different if you're shining light on them compared to if you're behind them, so I'll show you that now. So yeah, we can see there on the surface we've got white and cyan, or I suppose it's teal is what they've called it. But if we go around to the back, we see it sort of glows blue as the light shines through it. And we can no longer see the difference between the white and the cyan bits. Scan that. Yeah, they all almost look like glass from the back. Right, I've got 10 more minutes on this stream. So we should finish off this planet and possibly get to do those 2 jumps that we just plotted in. I think that might be too close. Let's go to the next away. Yeah, so there's full size forest of them here. Actually, we've got another planet to do, so I doubt very much if we'll get to do those other jumps. We'll probably get to the other planet in time to insufficient genetic diversity. We must have come back to the same patch we started with. So let's just go in that way.
Drive assist on.
Right, fuel below 50%. Don't need to worry about that. I do try to refuel the SRVs when I refuel the when I visit a fleet carrier, save me using up resources. But we've got plenty of phosphorus and sulfur, I think it is, to refuel the SRVs. Again, how far are we away from? Sure, that is a totally different direction. 500 meters, 200. It must be one of those ones over there that we scanned first. Okay. So, pretty sure these are at least another 250 meters away. Let's scan that. Right, okay. So only got 4 minutes left. That isn't enough time to go to the next planet, so I'm going to call that an end to the stream. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll probably be back again at the weekend, and hopefully by then I'll have made my way to the tip of the galaxy, and we'll then be working our way to the next fleet carrier. Got a few systems lined up for that part of the journey, systems with plant life in that is quite rare. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.